Here's who stood out on day 2 of 49ers training camp 2023. Keep in mind the practice was short and the players did not wear pads. The first day in pads will be Monday. The good, free safety Tashawn Gibson. He picked off Brock Purdy's second pass of practice and returned it for a touchdown. Gibson was lurking in the flat to Purdy's left, and Purdy never saw him. He turned blindly and checked the ball down before he saw Gibson. Big mistake. Gibson is a veteran who finds ways to make big plays. The 49ers spent a third-round pick to replace him this year, but Gibson won't make things easy on his eventual replacement, Jair Brown. Samuel Womack, cornerback. He was targeted 4 times and gave up just 1 catch, a 15-yarder to Deebo Samuel, who had to make a contested grab. Womack gives up very little separation. He could replace Diamador Lenore as a starting cornerback if Lenore struggles like he did at times last season. Defensive tackle Javon Hargrave. He blew past Aaron Banks to record a sack on Purdy during 11-on-11s. It will be so fun to watch Banks try to block Hargrave during one-on-one pass rush drills when the pads go on. Banks will have his hands full. Defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw. He stuffed the runs that came his way and even chased down a few that went elsewhere. It's unclear if Kinlaw has improved his pass rush techniques, but it's obvious that he's healthier than he has ever been since the 49ers drafted him. Good for him. Defensive end Drake Jackson. He set a hard edge and stopped Christian McCaffrey for a loss of 3 on an outside run to Jackson's side. Jackson looks much stronger than he did a year ago. He could make a big impact this season. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw. He stopped McCaffrey for a 5-yard loss on a run to the offense's left. Greenlaw is the 49ers' most violent linebacker, and he makes more plays in the backfield than Fred Warner. Wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. He was the only player on the first-string offense who had a good day. No one on the 49ers defense can cover him, plus he makes acrobatic contested catches when the quarterback's pass is placed poorly. He looks like a Pro Bowler. Running back Kalen Laburn. He exploded for a 15-yard run while playing with the third stringers, then beat 6th-round pick D Winters with a choice route to the outside for another big gain. Laburn has tons of juice. The Niners might be able to stash him on the practice squad, but not if he plays well in the preseason. He's that good. The not-so-good. Cornerback Trevarius Ward. He got burned deep twice, first by Jawan Jennings, then by Deebo Samuel. Each time, Purdy overthrew the pass, but the receiver was open. These gaffes reminded me of the time Ward gave up a long touchdown catch to DK Metcalf in the playoffs a few months ago. Time for Ward to clean it up. Running back Ty Davis Price. After having a dominant first practice of training camp, Davis Price reverted to the player he was last year. Indecisive with the ball in his hands and a drop waiting to happen. Today he dropped a pass in the flat from Lance. Tight end Cam Latu. He committed a false start. He still hasn't made any plays in camp. Tight end Charlie Werner dropped the only target that came his way. The Niners should have cut him years ago. Head coach Kyle Shanahan. His quarterback competition is bringing out the worst in his 3 young quarterbacks, Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, and Sam Darnold. They need confidence, and his competition kills confidence because all 3 are afraid to make mistakes. The one quarterback who played well today was the oldest one, Brandon Allen, who's no good in real games. If Shanahan keeps this up, none of his quarterbacks will be ready to start week 1.